Transformers fans, today we're taking a look at the brand new Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Wheeljack. And this is a brand new packaging, just like Soundwaves and Bumblebees and Laserback, I think his name is. And this looks like the similar mold to the R&D line, but it's just a bunch of new, it just makes him look kind of Cybertronian, I guess, towards the Prime series. And now he comes with a new weapon. I don't know if he comes with the swords. I don't think he does, but we'll find out when we open him up. But it says this launching Falcon Spear, which is a brand new kind of weapon. You got Predaking on the packaging there. It says Transformers Prime Beast Hunters, and his name Wheeljack, of course. Come over to this side, see his tech specs and an image of him. The actual toy, it's not an image from the show, which is really different. Flip over the back here, it says Wheeljack, and again, a really small bio on him, which reads, this tough as nails outer space adventurer is newly equipped with enhanced beast hunting gear. And the reason why they're calling this weapon the Falcon Spear, I guess because they're just trying to implement some kind of animal of some sort to it, since this is the Beast Hunter series and we have the Predacons coming in. But there's a sports car mode, again, just kind of a remold of the original R&D one. And there's him in his robot mode. But let's open him up, guys, and see what he's all about. Alright, now taking a closer look at Beast Hunters Deluxe Wheeljack. This is my third Beast Hunters figure I'm reviewing. And again, very, very big disappointment. Out of all the three I picked up, out of Bumblebee, Soundwave, and this guy, I thought this guy was going to be the most promising out of them all, because I really digged like how this kind of looks. It's Cybertronian, kind of futuristic, and it kind of sticks to the original mold while just adding some battle damage really to it. Again, cheap plastic. Over and over and over again. He's got his disc here, which you can just push the handle forward, and it'll fire like so. I haven't quite figured out why yet, but this opens up. I don't know if that's supposed to be some kind of boomerang for him. But that is that, and you can just slide it back in. You will not be able to fire it with this folded in, so that's pretty much that. He has his weapon here. You could take that off. He can hold it in his hand, peg it on the roof, flip this out. It's supposed to be a disc spear, and that's that. You can flip these up. You can flip them outward like that and put the weapon on. You can keep them kind of up. They don't really turn out, because if you do that, you're just going to pop that out like so. So that's that. Like I said, you can plug this right back in. And there's that. Now, he doesn't stay together too well like the other figures. It's just, you know those final adjustments I'm always talking about doing with all of my transformations? Well, you can't really do them, because every time you squeeze something together, something else comes apart, like the cockpit there or the hood. But anyways, let me just fix this to how we get it on the packaging. Now when you flip those, you're going to pry these shoulder pieces open. And also with him, he's the same exact transformation and everything as the original R.I.D. Wheeljack. So here's Beast Hunters Deluxe Wheeljack, and then here's R.I.D. Deluxe Wheeljack. And you can see there's no real major differences here other than new molding. They're the same size, exactly. They even have the same accents. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but it's like kind of like a triangular piece of molding that wasn't painted. Same exact thing here. So they pretty much just added all these pieces on, threw some smudges of black on here, and pretty much remolded it, but made it just cheaper plastic. One of the things I'm noticing is he does have pegs on his feet and little things right there. So you could store the swords from your R.I.D. Wheeljack on him if you preferred this mold. I personally don't. Though I do think he looks rather cool. I like it. I like this little... It just reminds me of some kind of time-traveling car, DeLorean of some sort, in futuristic Cybertronian terms, I suppose. But really, when it comes down to, you can, like I said, store the swords under there, and everything's the same. Same transformation, same everything. Same thing with the last two Beast Hunter figures I reviewed. So, without further ado, let's put Wheeljack from Beast Hunters and Wheeljack from the R.I.D. line in the respective robot modes. Now that we have them in the robot modes, if you want to see the transformation of this guy, it's the same for the new Beast Hunters one right here. I will leave a link down below to the review I did of R.I.D. Wheeljack, or you can click somewhere on the screen here, wherever I put it, and you could just click to go right to the view now. But anyways, same everything. Like I said, just some new plastic. The head sculpt is kind of new. that's a repaint, and there's kind of a slit up here, right in here. I'll zoom in real quick. Alright guys, now I'm really hoping you're able to see this, but it's kind of a new mold in here, and right here, it's kind of like they took his faceplate and put a black line in there or scratched some paint off, kind of make it look like his mouth almost, which is alright, but it kind of makes him look like a turtle or something. I don't know, but like I said, all the same articulation, and the head is kind of smaller here. He's got an Autobot symbol now here. We were supposed to get that with this guy, but I'm pretty sure Repro Labels has something you can do for that if you wanted to pick that up. But anyways, nothing too impressive. He's got the wingspan back here from the alt mode. Nothing here. He still has the windows. The windows are a little bit darker. The whole figure is just remolded in cheaper plastic. I don't mind the way he looks. It doesn't look terribly bad. I think he looks a lot better than B and Soundwave. Especially Soundwave is the worst out of the three I picked up so far. I cannot believe how terrible that one turned out. I thought Soundwave was going to be so much better. But again, cheap plastic. This arm pops off so easy. So easy. I don't know. It's the same kind of joint. Just the plastic on here is cheaper. And no matter what I do, that arm pops off very simply every single time. So let's get Wheeljack out of here. And we'll bring in his weapon here. Again, he can hold it in his hand. But you're not really going to be able to launch it without pulling out. See, the arm popped off once again. But you're not going to be able to launch it without pulling this portion out. Which, in that case, you can't really put it in his arm because now it's going to get in the way. So, you can take that off. And now I'm just going to leave the forearm off because it keeps falling off. You can open this up. Just like on the packaging, you can pop this in his hand. Really tough to get that on. And you come over here. There we go. Pop that one on. Come over here. And you can tab this in. And then once you get that all configured out, I don't know if that forearm issue is just the thing with mine, but it seems all these Beast Hunter figures have so far been really cheap plastic and just don't want to stay together all too well. But now once you get him in his hand, you can pose him like that. It does weigh down, but you have to manage it just right just to get it in there. And of course you come back here, and his wings you can just lift up and down like that. I think they look cool with being out like that. And this is a figure I actually kind of like the look of it. I don't like the figure itself. I think the plastic is just too cheap. It doesn't hold up. It just doesn't stay together. Like, look, he's already leaning forward and the legs are already splitting. All the articulation is exactly the same as the RID one. It just doesn't hold up to the reputation of the actual figure. This is just not going to be something very promising for Transformer fans. But like I said, guys, if you want to deploy this weapon, you're going to have to push this handle into the gun, and it'll fire like that, and it just, the arm comes off again. This is the one figure out of all of them I really thought was just really going to amaze me, and it just didn't do it. So, again, just like Soundwave and Bumblebee, guys, this guy's going to have to be user preference, because I actually think this Cybertronian kind of look he's got going is kind of badass, even though I like the original Prime Series mold. Whether you should pick him up or not, that's really going to be up to you. I personally am undecided whether I'm going to keep this figure or not. But once again, guys, stay tuned for more giveaways. Stay tuned for more reviews of your favorite Transformers. And once again, this is Mr. TF Prime, and I want to thank you for watching.